Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. So,
after we all talked about how we didn't know what the game was about, we probably weren't going to get it at launch or play it, it turns out Steak's a giant liar.
well, that was before the deal.
So that was the thing. So
okay. That's right. You did the.
So
GameStop
this is the
thing.
reason. So this is the only reason why originally I did it. So GameStop was running a deal where, first of all, they were running their typical deal of it's a big title coming out, so you get 30% extra in trade-ins if you go towards it. So which is great. So I paid that off. So the couple things I traded in, which is perfect because I beat Luigi's Mansion 3, so I got
perfect.
full value for that, pretty much. So I paid off Death Stranding, and I owe $5 on Star Wars this week. So,
jeez.
Right there, worth it. So that was great. But they had that, we guarantee you'll love it. So you have within 48 hours of launch. So even though I actually picked mine up Thursday night. So, but even if you would have picked, but it was based off Friday anyways. So you had until Saturday by close to return the game to get $59.99 back in store credit. So I was like, what the hell? I'm like, I was looking at what we had going on. And I'm like, we have nothing going on. Like, this is actually perfect. I might as well do this. Like, I've expressed in the past, I do love Kojima. I love Kojima. I'm a big Metal Gear fan. 5 I couldn't get into. One of these days, though, I keep telling myself I want to try again. But like, I love Kojima, and I'm just like, God, I need to know what the hell this is. Like, and the reviews are so all over the place. So I'm like, all right, I got it. Like, here's this deal. Let's do it. Let's give it a try. Let's see what we got.
So the answer to the $1 million question: what the hell is it?
Because I read reviews, and I read three.
I didn't
full
read reviews
because I was on the fence of it too. Because I'm kind of the same boat you are. Like the pedigree alone makes me want to just give it a whirl.
Right.
And it's been like in the, mind fuckery for God knows how long. So I just want to finally get like, what the hell is this thing?
Right.
So. Yeah, what do you do?
So I am about 4.5 hours in.
Okay.
So a lot of the reviews were saying that this game gets really good after 10 hours.
Or the first two chapters.
Which is really a tough proposition when you have 48 hours to figure out whether or not you like this game or not.
Agreed. 100% agreed. No, and that's also kind of what was worrying me about that, like after hearing all that and everything. But personally, like, so in terms of story and kind of the environment, like, and what's kind of going on right now, I can't wait to hit that 10-hour mark at this point. Because, like, I am, in terms of all of that stuff, I'm really enjoying it. Like, it has me in.
So, okay. What is it?
Yeah, okay. Rewind your mind an hour of your gameplay. What have you done in that last hour that you've played the game?
Lots of cutscenes.
I'll say the first hour of my gameplay, I actually played for about 7 minutes.
That's right here as well. Yeah.
Typical Kojima.
I was saying, I didn't know anything. I'm just assuming because of Kojima.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's a 100-hour game. It's going to be about 50 hours of cutscenes at least.
They'll be gorgeous and nonsense.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Anyway, okay.
And you're going to finish the game after 100 hours and go, what was it?
You know what, though?
I think that was awesome.
I was saying, I think I beat Metal Gear 4 in 30 hours, loved every minute of it, but I still was at the end of it, was like, what the hell just happened? Because that last hour and a half cutscene was confusing as hell.
I had to pee that entire time.
Oh, me too. I had an 8 a.m. class, and I beat it at 2 a.m. before the cutscene. So that kind of sucks.
All right, anyway, let's you've taken rewind an hour. So what are you doing?
So basically, the simplest way I can put this for right now is, so the whole,
if you say it's a game about connections, I'm gonna fucking leave.
The whole U.S. has lost the data connection throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
Like they're no longer, there's different
sounds like hell.
What's the network called? I forget what the network's called.
Strands.
But it's
Bridges.
But Bridges is like the company, like that you are, like that's like the government.
Okay.
Type
that's all I know about Death Stranding. So I'm just throwing out there what I know.
So basically, there's someone, I'm trying how to say this without spoiling something. So there's someone on the West Coast that's trapped on the West Coast.
Dr. Dre.
But could still...
It might be. Celebrity thing? It could be Dr. Dre. Anyway, sorry.
But could still communicate with you back over on the East Coast through like this this hologram. So like there's actually a lot of...
Biggie Smalls.
There's a lot of... There's a lot of this communication through holograms. Like as you've seen like in the previews and everything, like when they show Jeff Keighley and all that stuff, like that kind of motif kind of. But that's... but basically it's someone you know from your past, and so now you are trying. You finally agree to help get these connections all together again, and get to her.
Okay.
Because right now she's captured, but she's not like being. This is where the part that's really confusing. She even admits, she's like, I'm not being tortured. They're allowing me to talk to you and about all of this and everything, but but I am not allowed to leave. I can't leave. So basically, what I'm getting at is that this is like, so you're making all these connections throughout, and then you see them all like these different things. And then you're making your way west across the U.S. to get to her. Okay. That's like the main thing of this. Okay. So the whole thing about being a delivery simulator and stuff, I mean, it is pretty much true. So what you're doing is you're carrying along the supplies you need to go to the next data center to get it up and running again from another data center. So you have this delivery.
I guess you're speaking my language. Networks and data centers.
So you enter this delivery terminal. You accept and there's different deliveries you can make, and there's side deliveries, of course, and stuff like that. And I just unlock what's called standard orders, which basically are, I think, is like more your
7 to 10 days.
Your big your big side quests.
When you didn't pay for Prime, that's what it is.
Yeah, right. So these are like your big. I think these are like your bigger side things now, where it's like, if you don't, it's not necessary, but like it's going to be super beneficial if you do them, I think, going forward, kind of thing. So it's kind of crazy. So you get all your different packages you have to take with you, and then you're taking resources with you though as well. So you have like right now I have climbing anchors. So this way I can if I'm on higher ground, put a stake in. There's the rope, and I can climb down the mountain. So this way I don't like stumble. Instead of trying to find a way around, I could just go straight down them, which is kind of nice. There's the ladders. So up like that. Or if there's a treacherous river, you can kind of put it, as long as it's like
making a bridge.
Oh, okay.
You can kind of basically make a bridge.
All right, cool.
Or sometimes there's like, at least you can make a bridge to like a rock. So then you can kind of get over the rough part, and then you can wade through the rest of the water. And then another thing, it's called PVC, I believe it's called. And now this one is where I keep gaining new structures to create with those. So I can get one, so you bring one of those with you, and like right now I can make a Postmate, which is basically a delivery pod I can make anywhere. So if I'm collecting lost cargo that I found in the world, I can put it in there and I get half the credit. And then I leave it for someone else to come along and take it to the correct destination if they wanted to. Or I could take it to the correct one and get the full credit for it.
So is that like the online aspect
comes in. So a big part of that is, so when you leave your cargo in those areas, so when someone else comes into when someone else is playing their own game, they don't come in your game, they play their own game, but your structure can pop up in their game. And then if they go there, they can see what cargo's in there, and also too, you can leave like equipment and weapons and stuff like that in there, because like you gather, because right now, this is where it does get kind of micromanaging, because I've got boots on, but I'm also carrying a spare pair of boots, because you could see the quality of your boots deteriorating as you're going through this.
Yeah, that was why I read in a review. I was just like, I'll wait on this.
Yeah,
thing.
that's like for me, but so far I've never made a journey where I've necessarily needed the second pair of boots.
Okay,
like where I needed to swap during it. I mean, I've had hit to the point where it's like, okay, now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, all right, these boots are about 40%. I see where I gotta go. I'm gonna make sure I have that extra pair with me when these ones go.
Okay.
And this way I can switch them when I'm in the middle and not be stuck somewhere, because I don't know what happens. My guess is that you move at a snail.
You walk on your hands then.
Yeah, right. So when you're getting all these deliveries together, all your packages together, and then you're getting all your tools together, you lay them out on your body. So the majority of them are going to go on your back to kind of help with balance, just the way they carry them, because you got this thing you're carrying and stuff. But you can place them on your arms. You can place them on the sides and stuff. So based upon kind of how you stack everything too, it kind of helps you with your balance. Now, keeping your balance in this game can be a huge pain in the ass. Like, you think you could be walking on level ground, you probably aren't. And then all of a sudden your guy starts tipping. So you have to hold L2 to get him back straight, and then you let go. And then he starts tipping again. Oh God, hold L2. Or you can kind of hold both triggers and he'll kind of grip together like a hard grip, but then that slows you down.
Okay.
And I mean, you get so you do get kind of scored at the end of each delivery on your time as well. So even though it's still, don't worry, because like my first delivery I think was like 42 minutes, but I still got an S ranking for the mission. Like, so it's like, it's one of those things where it's not like it's going to be slow.
I'm sorry, did you say 42 minutes?
So okay, so many questions. So you've delivered the thing in 42 minutes. What did you get?
So you get
Street cred.
So there's different porter levels. There's like a star of different things. So there's like miscellaneous, delivery time, delivery quality, cargo quality, because it keeps track of how much damage your cargo takes.
Oh, so if you're like tipping over and you don't catch yourself, you'll tip over.
Yep. And if your cargo takes too much damage, you fail the mission. You got to start all over. But if you keep so far, I think it's been, as long as it's been over 50%, however much you have over 50%, you get some bonus likes.
Okay.
And then that helps fill your star up, which then levels your porter level. And when you level up your porter level, that's how you get access to these new structures and all this, like a bunch of different things.
Gotcha.
To kind of help build out the world.
Okay.
Like the last thing I just got the ability to build bridges. So that's going to be super helpful. Come when I have this river, I can't get over.
So how's that work? I mean, do you just like put a suitcase down and it becomes a bridge?
And you see it build it.
Oh, really?
It says there's a time on there, and it tells you how long it's going to take. Like I think the bridge.
If you pay $5, it goes faster. It's one of those games.
Yeah, right. That sounds like a phone.
So what
game,
you're saying? I was gonna say, so you're saying I can play this mobile?
So okay. Next question I have.
Yeah.
Have you encountered enemies yet?
So I've encountered two types of enemies.
Okay.
So the BTs.
Okay, yeah.
The BTs are the creatures we've been seeing, like the weird creatures things. These things are a pain in the ass right now because I have no way of dealing with them right now. So they're a huge pain in the ass. So when you come around them, as soon as you start getting near them, your little thing starts clicking like crazy. That's what your BB's controlling. And so as you're going through, you hit the R1, and then you could kind of see their outlines of their silhouettes.
Like a pulse.
Like, okay, like there's like an actual silhouette.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like okay, it's right over here. So you're trying to go stealthy right now, but you can't walk right past them. But so at one point you can hold down R1 and you cover your mouth, so you're holding your breath. So you have to hold your breath as you pass one, because there's one time where I thought I was past it. I was not. I let go, and then all of a sudden, I see these spikes of these strands shooting out of the ground, and then it gets in the area, and then all of a sudden, I'm in this like looks like a mud pit kind of thing, and these bodies are coming and like grabbing at me and stuff, and I'm like falling over. So you gotta like grip onto your packages so you don't, and then after you hold on for long enough, then you can start like hitting them with it and like backing them off, and then but while you're in that mud pit, you're moving slow. So you'll see the edge of it. So you're like, oh, come on. And then once you get out of it, you can start running again.
Okay.
But you gotta be careful because then there could be another one right there. So right now that's kind of a little aggravating. I know eventually you get a point to where you can deal with them.
Yeah.
And I think it makes the game like really easy when that happens. From what I've seen in the reviews. But for right now, it's tough. They're tough right now. It's brutal.
Have you died?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not died yet, but I've gotten very close a couple times.
Okay.
I got really close one time. I had a pound of Monster Energy to regain my health.
Very good. That's why I'm here right now. Yeah. I did the same thing.
So those guys are really interesting, and it's really crazy with that stuff. But then the other enemies I came across are the mules, and they're the ones that are like stealing packages.
Those guys like in the yellow jumpsuits I've seen in the trailers.
They got like the orange staffs and stuff like that. Those guys have been for me not having any weapons, and they have these giant staves. I've taken them down with no problem.
Huh.
Like it's really weird. Like they get one hit in because they hit me with their staff. Like I don't know why. Every single time I run up to them, I start punching. I feel like the first two my punches don't connect. They hit me with their staff, and then I hit them with 3 punches, and then they're down on the ground, unconscious. I don't know. It's weird. But there was only one mission I had that did that. So far, where I had them because I actually had to infiltrate their camp to steal a data printer to bring it back to a database. So so that was kind of interesting. So those guys weren't so bad, but the BTs, like I said, those things are such a pain in the ass. And right now, the mission I'm on, I just barely made it through to where I needed to go, and now I got to go exactly back to where I just came from, which means I got to go through that again. So now, but this time though, I'm gonna start looking for. I'm gonna see if I can find maybe a better path to where I can kind of. I don't think you could flat out avoid them, but at least not. I pretty much ran right through the middle of them. Right when I got there, I didn't realize it until I was already.
Don't mind me, ghosts is fine.
Like I said, the thing started going crazy. I hit the R1 to surveillance the ground, and I was like, "Oh, I'm like surrounded right now." I'm like, "Oh god," because also too, when you hold your breath, there's only so much stamina. Because after that dies or the stamina goes away, then you can't hold your breath anymore. And when you're doing that, you move slower. So of course, it's like, "Oh my god, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it."
So is it? I mean, is it scary or is it like just kind of tense? Because like,
tense.
okay,
I would say tense. I would definitely say like tense with a bit of creepiness because like just the way everyone talks and everything to you is like kind of creepy. Like with Del Toro's character, Deadman's really creepy. Like just with the way he talks and everything, it's just like it's so much. Like there's so much going on. Like, but I'm in. Like, and I keep thinking about it. Like
that's
like
we always talk about that. That's like the sound of the great game, right? If it's just like living in your brain.
Yeah. So again, the gameplay doesn't sound like amazing, but like I am actually okay with like taking my time, like finding a path and stuff. Like I'm normally not very patient when it comes to stuff like that, but for some reason with this one I'm getting it. Like and then the nice other part too is besides like the whole you know your posts, like I was saying earlier, how your posts like and stuff goes to other people's games. Well, in my game, constantly things are popping up where like I see ladders people put down or ropes they've already put down, and I can go and use their stuff that they put there. I'm like, so usually if I see something, I actually try to like. Again, you can make your own paths, obviously, but if I see that, I'm like, well, hell, someone figured.
Yeah, they already blazed a trail.
They put stuff down. They put kind of a trail down. I'm gonna try to go. Like especially this time, like now I kind of did my own path on my way to where I just got to. But on my way back now, I'm like, okay, I got to survey. I'm gonna put up a watchtower because when you put up a watchtower, that's another thing you can build that I've gotten, and you can survey a lot further and a lot more. So then it'll show up on your map, kind of where everything is in that area, like different ropes, ladders, everything. So I'm going to put one of those up, use it, and then so when I head back, I can kind of see what people have already done, hopefully, and then I can make some advantages there and hopefully avoid the BTs this time.
Very
like
cool.
I said, they're a huge pain. But no, but I like I said, I'm very intrigued. Like I wouldn't go as far to say that this game is like perfect or anything like or game of the decade or anything like that like people have been saying.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to go that far. Kojima, I mean, it definitely has my attention. This game, like I said, I'm constantly thinking about it. I want to dive back into it. So I'm really curious to see where else it goes. And like I said, they say it gets good after 10 hours. I'm enjoying it now, so I can't even imagine what's coming.
What chapter are you in?
2.
Okay.
I'm only on chapter 2.
That was the thing I saw in Kotaku too. Was like get to chapter 3 as quickly as
that's
possible.
That's what I saw too, and that's actually what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I've only like I pick up some stuff if I see it along the way.
Yeah.
But like I've seen things and I've just left it. Like I'm like, all right, I'll come back whenever I want if I want to come back for this stuff. But yeah, because there's a ton of like cargo everywhere.
God, that's.
Because then you also the thing is too like when you pick up the cargo, you put it on your back or your arms or whatever, but you do have a weight limit. And like before you get or you can't carry more, but then you move so slow. Like I did that at one point. I picked up a bunch of stuff and I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like I'm moving way too slow. Thankfully, there was like someone else's Postmate like right there. I was like, oh thank God. Okay, I don't care. I'll take half the credit.
Yeah, it's half or nothing.
I just want to get back.
Very interesting, man.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's. I think you would really like it.
Probably. The more and more you're.
It's like an ultimate walking sim.
Well, here's the thing too. Like so, like
you were selling me on it until I counted right there.
Well,
just because of like what I was saying.
And I mean, I've heard the walking sim analogy for this too. But it's just like one of the beautiful parts that I really like about walking sims is like the walking sims are usually like a tight, compact experience, 2.5 hours. Yeah. Like it takes 10 hours to get good. Like that was like I'm gonna give this a minute, but like. I don't know. I also know how my brain works, and like I'm finishing games that are like in my log. Like for this year, I want to finish. Yeah. I have a feeling once I finish Star Wars, Death Stranding is going to be in my queue.
Nice.